My name's Nicole Robinson and I currently have a mobile hairdressing business which specialises in Afro hair, European hair, any hair type basically. I do cutting, colouring, weaving, extensions, I do hair education, I also do some TV work, so I do a lot of things within the mobile hairdressing world. When I first started my business, before I was a hairdresser, I used to work with young offenders, so I did a completely different career path, but I always did hair in my spare time. But we got me redundant and I used to do a lot of hair after work, and I felt really led by God to set up my hairdressing business. But in the process of doing that, fear did kick in a lot. And I was like, what will people think? I've been to uni, I've got a degree in psychology, why am I going to go and be a hairdresser? I was reading the Bible and a scripture which stood out to me was the scripture of when Peter was in the boat and Jesus said, step out of the boat and walk on the water. I was like, you know what, I'm going to be like Peter. I'm going to step out of this boat and I'm going to walk on this water. And if I start to sink, I'm going to just keep my eyes on Christ. And I stepped out of that boat and walked on that water, and that was 13 years ago that I did that. And don't get me wrong, throughout the whole process, there's been times where it's like, God, you know, this is an interesting journey. But it's like, you know what, I always hold on to that promise, knowing God won't leave me as long as I keep my eyes on Christ. When I joined the incubator, I joined just as a team member. So my plan wasn't to be part of the incubator. That has helped to build patience. Because obviously you're working with a lot of different people in a different setting. So you're trying to still have your team head on, but still try and take in information. But I would also say it has brought a sense of joy. One of my things is the joy of the Lord is my strength in everything. And just being around other business people. And when we did the pitches, and the joy that when people do giving their pictures, you know, you can just feel the joy that they've got for their businesses. And it gave me a sense of joy to be like, you know what, I'm happy that they're happy that they've got their business plans ready, the ideas going forward, and just having the joy of the Lord when they were actually doing their pitches was actually really nice to see. I'm a bit of a control freak, so you try and do everything in your own strength, not actually relying on God in every area. It's made me realise the importance of having God in everything. You know what I mean? Praying about everything, no matter what decision you make, keeping God in the midst of it, and always going to God for advice to make sure you're making the right decisions. Because again, we can make a lot of decisions in our own strength, which can be a very difficult task at times. But you know, always remembering God is there no matter what situation we're in, no matter what decisions I make. It's like, you know what, God, I need to come back to you all the time. So I would say, even without the confirmation, I would join, because your idea may just be a seed. It could be a fully fledged idea already. It may be in action already. But coming on the incubator, whether it's a seed, you're kind of not even sure about the idea that you have. Coming on the incubator, being around like-minded people that love God, are in business, having all the leaders around you, and just people that are at different stages in business, it's a good way to kind of give you encouragement to go forward with your idea, go forward with your business, make your business more fruitful if it is a fully established business. And just, as it says in the Bible, iron sharpens iron. And that's another thing, encouraging each other in God, still keeping the scriptures, like when we do the praise and worship at the beginning of the sessions. It's like you're just setting the foundation for what to allow God to do what he needs to do. But yeah, it is definitely worth coming onto it, even if your idea is just a seed. So if I was to describe the incubator in one word, it would be enlightening. For me, it's enlightening in the fact that I already have a business which runs very well, but it's kind of highlighted where I know I need to improve in different areas of my business. And going forward with my ideas, it's kind of brought the light back to what's already been there, because I've had this idea for ages and sat on it, and it's like, right, Nicole, it's time for this idea to be lit up, enlightened, and to go forward for the kingdom of God. It shaped my views in the fact that keeping God at the centre of everything is the foundation of your business. God needs to be at the centre of the business. Even if it's not a business that is where God is, you speak about God in everything that you do, but for yourself and this being your business idea, God needs to be at the forefront of it all, at the centre of it all, in front of it, behind it, all around it. God needs to be in the midst of it all.